Hello, fellow space explorers, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are continuing to work our way through the history of spaceflight contract pack that's available as a mod through all the other various mods that you're able to get. I'm using the CCAN mod manager, but you can get it from pretty much anywhere. Basically, we're just doing a bunch of the old initial spaceflight missions at this point, back in the late 40s, early 50s, working our way up into when NASA really got into its heyday back in the 60s. So not really too much like exciting, crazy, awesome stuff. We're just kind of working our way through all of these little different rockets that we're supposed to do. So the interest in this isn't necessarily just doing the same kinds of rockets over and over again. We're learning about the history of the spaceflight program. While I will not read all of these every time, I will try to get a high-level summary because, you guys probably want to know. You can always pause the video and read it if you want all the details. But the Nike Ajax was an American surface-to-air missile. It was a two-stage vehicle. There were some contractors involved. It had a solid rocket motor booster, and I remember we were trying to get to this because I wanted to try to create these as close to true to life as it was. So I wanted to have a solid rocket motor booster on the bottom. So we ended up doing a sidetrack to go do a bunch of science so that I could get control surfaces, hopefully, that would allow me to create this in a more realistic manner. So let's hop into the VAB. See if we can, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so yeah, this is our solid rocket motor. See if we can create something that actually works here. So, I want something that has the ability to, I need a control surface. I would prefer, I mean, that looks a little ridiculous, but unfortunately, it's the only thing we have available to us outside of like a tail fin, which would be even more ridiculous. Let's see. Let's put it up a little higher because I don't necessarily. There we go. That's probably good enough. I don't want it sitting on the fins. And then I don't think we've unlocked the structural piece to be able to do that. So, okay. What was the mission itself? Okay, so we just have to get it, and we need to verify that it's unmanned. Yeah, they always like to stick a Kerbal in there. So there's that. So we just need to launch it up to 4970 meters, and it has to be destroyed. Oh. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get our money back out of that. Okay. It looks like everything's good. We just won't deploy the chute. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, 4970 meters is not very much at all, so. Just go ahead and start pitching over now. I mean, we have two stages here. Why are we rolling so bad? All right, we've already met our requirement. So let's just let it fall. I'm confused. We didn't get... Corporal E. Oh, okay, Nike Ajax. Cool. It didn't start flashing at me to give me the information that it wasn't. Is there a reason? Why can't I recover? I mean, I guess it makes sense that I can't recover, but at the same time, it's like I'd like to have a but. I like to use this button up here to go back just to verify that we're not losing anything. But that's fine. Let's go to the tracking station and make sure there isn't anything to recover. Put that up there. So we definitely want... Yeah, I don't see any parts in here, so that's good. Let's exit that. Okay, so I'm trying to do these in chronological order, so... 58... 58. This is 1950. Army's Hermie was a single-stage test rocket. Let's see. So this is just it's just another test. It's an actual test rocket rather than just a missile. I'm not necessarily trying to get the specs exactly right. That would take a long time and a lot of attention to detail that I don't have. But we'll make a single stage rocket. It needs to get up to 10 kilometers. That's all it needs is 10 kilometers. So it just needs to be unmanned. 12,530 meters. That shouldn't be too bad to do. And it has to be destroyed just like the last one. So that's fine. So let's hop into the VAB. We'll make it a single stage rocket. We'll probably just put... I don't know. How much do we need to get up to 1270? I mean, is that enough? I don't... 1270 is just 12 kilometers, so shouldn't be that much. I mean, let's just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We sit here all day trying to, like, think in our head, oh, is this gonna work? Is this gonna... Or we could just do like SpaceX and just go. I know they do a lot more planning than that. I'm not trying to say that they're being irresponsible. You have to go and test this stuff, but they're not like NASA where it's like, we got to make absolutely sure. I don't understand why it's rolling. We need to add a fourth fin or something, 'cause that doesn't make sense to me. Well, I would do science. I forgot I installed the little science mod over here. Okay, back to the Space Center. So I have this bad feeling that we're going to be required to do a bunch of missions that are just build the rocket and destroy it. Build the rocket and destroy it. All right. A2 with a tactical ballistic missile is a single-stage test rocket. Proved the technology of solid rocket motors. 22 motors were fired. Let's see. We got to launch it to 27.5 kilometers. And we have to destroy this one as well. So... So hold on. Oh yeah, I gotta pay attention to the dates on here. So this is 1953. The MGM Corporal. Let's see. American short-range liquid propellant ballistic missile. First operational guided missile deployed in this time range here. Let's see. Solid. I'm confused. It says short liquid propellant missile here, but then it has a solid engine here. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. MGM Corporal SRBM, short-range ballistic missile to about 25 kilometers, and recover its core intact. So we do have to get this one. 25 kilometers shouldn't be bad. So let's get back into the VAB. We'll take our current thing here. It said it swapped back and forth between solid rocket and ballistic. So I don't know specifically what we should have for this, but we're going to assume. Well, I don't know. I'm debating in my head what we want to do here. Let's see. What's the I forget what the copy function is. There's a way you can copy an item and then do it again, and I don't remember what it is. Alt. Okay. And then I gotta remember the keybinds for things because I don't remember. No, 2400 is way overkill. That's probably more reasonable. Let's put the regular fins on here just for some stability. We have our parachute, so that makes it easy to recover. Since we're recovering this one, let's put a bunch of science on it, just in case our science mod that we put on here decides that there's something we can capture. That there, and that there. Okay. Let's start saving these. Oh, okay, here we go. We're just gonna say this is whatever our current sounding rocket is, and we'll save that. Let's launch this. We need to get up to 25 kilometers and then recover the core intact. So we'll see how that goes. So this is telling me I can deploy all. Oh, because, okay. So let me put this over like here so it's not obtrusive. So there's our crew report available, but I can't actually do it because of things. Okay. Here we go, 25 kilometers. And then let's speed things up a little bit. I kind of wish that it was just, I downloaded the better time warp, whatever the better time warp thing is, but I kind of wish that it was adjustable so that you could manually select between various things. Oh, that's so much better. I don't have to remember to try to catch things. It'll just pop up and warn me. All right, this should get us up to 25 kilometers. Really, really should. All right, cool. Then we'll put ourselves in a retrograde orientation and enjoy the ride on the way down. Why are we not slowing? My time warp stopped working. I'm not sure what happened there. I guess I can't click on anything, and then if I click on anything over here, it disables my controls. That's honestly pretty frustrating, but whatever. Okay. Not what I thought was gonna happen there, but whatever. I mean, we got up there. I got impatient and started doing some time warping, and I forgot that it was doing it in multiples of 4, so... Alright, so let's... Hold on, let's do our temperature scan and collect it. And then we'll time warp our way down. Deploy our chute. Okay. Down we go. Excellent. I gotta remember to delete these when we do them because... Okay. Oh. I didn't realize that there... I gotta get used to paying attention to that because I didn't realize that there was stuff we could have done there. Okay, for research and development, do we have what we need? I think I'm debating. I want I mean, advanced science, everything would be really nice to have, but realistically, it would be nice to have the launch stability tower and more decouplers, because we're not, it's going to be a little bit before we're ready to go into space, and the only thing I really want from here are, I mean, the bigger fuel tanks would be nice, but the only thing I really want from here is the Terrier fuel engine. So let's do this for now. And then I think what we'll do actually is we'll do a little bit of science around the Kerbal Space Center. So we already did the stuff down here, except for maybe like 1 or 2 spots, and I'm not really too concerned about that. But we can get science done in the air and on the ground in these various locations. We just need to get into our spaceplane hangar, take off, and go grab some stuff. So let's... Ideally, this should be good enough. The only problem is that I don't have a means of bringing a pilot Kerbal with me. And unfortunately, there's only one spot in here. And if I want to reset my mystery goo, I have to take Bob Kerman. And I don't really have a good solution for that. I don't understand why this is only a single seat, though. I guess just because it's a Mark 1. It doesn't look like it should be, but it is. So the options that you have available to you is to stick something on the end here. Let's see, what's the rotating thing? I forget. There we go. I mean, I could stick that on the end there. It's kind of janky, but it does work. Let's check out our weight and balance here. So we definitely want to move. We definitely want to move our wing structure back. I think right there should be okay. All right. And then we just have to make sure that... So I'm actually kind of debating on going with a split tail design. Because here's the thing, he needs to pop out here, do the experiment, reset the experiment, and then get back inside. So... we definitely want to move our landing gear a little forward so that we can have a decent chance of getting off the ground. But the only problem is that now it's all way behind us, and we're gonna tear things off of this if we do that. Let's try moving this forward. And then we can try... Oh, nope. Why is it still attached to that? Okay, maybe the pod will make it so that the center of gravity is far enough back. I don't know. Oh. For whatever reason, it went out of mirror mode. I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous, but it puts everything where it needs to be for the most part. I mean, that's still going to land really stupidly. Let me take some time to play around with the design and see if I can come up with something that's a little bit more reasonable, because this is stupid. Alright, well, I don't know if this is going to be manageable or not, but... we're gonna try it. Let's get some elevators or some ailerons on here. And I gotta always remember to assign axes to things. So I definitely want, I don't want roll being done by that. I want this to be pitch and yaw. That'll be roll. I mean, we're not really gonna be doing much yaw. Okay. Let's call this our science plane. Save that and, I guess, test it out. Oh, I gotta put the science elements on there. Ideally we won't have to, ideally we won't have to reset any of this. So we'll put this a little further away. We'll put this a little further away, and then this can go right here so that he can just pop out and grab it. Let's make sure we have the Kerbals where they need to be. He can be back there, the pilot's up here, and that is going to hopefully work. Let's see. I have no idea how this is going to fly. The lift vector and center of gravity placement seems like it should be fine, but you never really know. So we've got our SAS on. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to go off over here so we can grab the science from the ground over here, because for whatever reason they made the ground over here different from the ground over here as far as the science zones that you can do. So let's deploy all. Let's okay. I thought it allowed me to collect it all, but weird. Let's see. V is my chase cam. Let's try to get up off the ground then. Oh, I didn't realize that those weren't technically attached. I gotta fix that when I go back. I don't remember what the takeoff speed is, but I think it was like past 50 meters per second. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Let me, I guess I need to take a little bit more time to see if I can figure out this, because that doesn't work. Well, I don't know if this is actually any better. I mean, it should be, but at the same time, shorter is generally better when you're trying to land on unimproved airstrips and things, unimproved surfaces, but I still feel like we're gonna have to be super careful taking off. Like, it's gonna have to be a very careful takeoff. We'll try it. I mean, at this point, we're not even gonna get any science done on this episode. We're just gonna test out this plane to see if we can get it off the ground and land it. Oh, SAS, hello. I always have to remember to turn that. I don't know why that's not on by default. I don't know why you would want it off. I think the wheels are too far back. I think the gear is too far back, and it's not allowing us to... Never mind. We just needed more speed. The SAS for the freaking Kerbal is just, he's not controlling it very well. He seems to just want to let it fall. I want to climb, and he does not. So I have to manually handle that, which is kind of frustrating. Alright, well, let's see if we can get it on the ground. Not a very good space. It's not a very good plane, but until I get the better landing gears, it's kind of all we can do. This thing just barely flies. Yeah, that's gonna crash. I'm trying to... The problem is that we're trying to carry this big, heavy pod with us, but I need something that will allow me... what's the weight on this? Does it give me a weight? Mass, 0.698. That's less, but... I need a crew cabin or something that will allow me to do that. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get that done for now, because I need to be able to bring the science guy with us. I don't want to have to fly it manually with no SAS or anything. And before we're going to be able to Let's see. But we need to get up here to the 90 science before we can get even another cockpit, much less getting into two-seater cockpits. So don't really have too much in the way of options for getting more Kerbals onto that plane. So I'm going to try to remember what I did to get this done last time. I know that having this back here is really hurting me, because that's a lot of weight to have at the very end, and it's... well, I don't know. Because it's wanting to nose down. I mean, I understand that the center of lift is a little high, but... I don't know. Maybe bringing the wing down, and then... so, I mean, we can try putting this back up here like that, and then lowering this... oops. What is that doing? Oh, because I still didn't have the wing selected. We can try lowering this down. Okay. And then bringing the wings back a little bit. And we want some stability. So if you don't know, you generally want your center of lift pretty much on the outer edge, or a little past the outer edge of your center of mass indicator here, because you want the default set. You want for stability, you want it to default to trying to nose down, because if it defaults to trying to nose up, it's just going to flip backwards and you're going to lose control of it. It's better for it to nose down, where it's going to put you back into control if you get some kind of instability happening. So you want your center, you want the lift vector of your aircraft to be pushing up on the back of your aircraft, not in the front. So, I mean, I guess we can try this again. We've got our lift vector more in line with the center of mass, so hopefully that will prevent it from yanking it forward, because it was very hard. It was very, very hard to control and keep it up in the air. And I need to have it not just forcing its nose down, because it's not going to fly that way. So let's try this one more time. Well, that's kind of annoying. What's my SAS button? I don't even remember. I think there's an SAS button, isn't it? Alright. Anyways, let's fly. Oh! I was being impatient and decided I wanted to try to time warp, but you can't time warp that way. If I didn't have the faster time warp on, we could have, but I do have it on, and I don't feel like having to fiddle with the settings every time we change what we're doing. So I'm just we're gonna have to live with a little bit of slow takeoffs there. Alright, let's see if we can get this off the ground relatively easily. If it's easy to get off the ground, it should be easy to get back onto the ground. Or relatively easy to get back onto the ground. I don't like that we have to be going so fast, though. Yeah, we gotta move the landing gear forward. It just doesn't want to take it. It doesn't want to come off the ground. I think it's just too heavy. It's too heavy. Maybe we need more. We either need more engines, or we need more engines or something. Because, like, let's take the capsule off and put the other thing back on and see what that does. Let's try that. Because, I mean, worst comes to worst, I just won't bring the goo with me. It's the only reason I need the scientist. but the center of mass just got yanked forward real hard, I bet. Before we waste a bunch of time doing that, how about we check that? Because I just removed a lot of weight from the aircraft. Oh, no, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. Oops, and then I pressed the wrong button. Oh, I'm so frazzled because I just want this to work. I just want it to work. Fly, please. Fly. We'll do the science in the next episode. I just want it to fly. Can we please fly and get this off the ground and go? I think it's T. I think T gives us the SAS. Yes, it does. All right, cool. I like having keybinds. Man, having to move my mouse around just takes too long. I'm impatient. All right. Oh, but I still didn't check the landing gear. I'm in a hurry, and it's causing me to make critical errors here. So we checked the flight, but yeah, that's not gonna work. So we need to have our landing gear. We need to actually like just completely pull it off and then reattach it. And then, of course, it takes me out of mirror mode, so that doesn't help. Okay, so that should be doable there. So the only other thing I need to do then is I need to put one more landing gear at the back and turn off the steering for that one. Because we need, or I can actually just put two. I could just put a couple of the regular fixed ones. I just need something that's going to prevent the back of the aircraft from crashing. So, I mean, this is not the way you build an airplane, but because this is not as controllable as I would like, I need a little bit of a safeguard in here. Okay, so can I go back like that? And then maybe up one more? Is that going to prevent it from... Can I go... Okay, that should... I don't know. I mean, the problem is that it might not let me... I just need to be able to take off. All right. I know that looks really stupid and ridiculous, but when we get out into the uneven areas out there, I don't want to come down hard on the tail and then the entire thing gets destroyed and we waste a bunch of time. I'd rather just make it look stupid now and then have a good chance of landing, getting our science, taking off again without crashing, because crashing sucks. It wastes a bunch of time. Because you have to revert the flight, come all the way back, and it's unreasonable. I mean, honestly, we could probably make a longer plane if I do it this way, and then we can get the thing on the back, put more engines on here. Yeah, it just barely wants to fly. Like, I'm having a whole full aft stick right now. It's not, yeah, this thing just does not want to fly. So we'll have to come back next. Yeah, it's completely just sinking onto the ground at this point. All right, well, we're gonna have to take care of that next episode because we're out of time. I'm not sure what the solution to this is. I'm really not sure. Anyways, hopefully you got something out of this episode. If nothing else, watching me fail really hard at building an airplane. Anyways, click that like button if you had fun so that the YouTube algorithm will know and send the video out to more people so they can come watch us fail too. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed. And I do have a Patreon that I am trying to get off the ground along with, hopefully, the YouTube channel memberships. And I'm looking for cool ideas for exclusive content that I can create for those of you who want to support the channel. So leave your suggestions down in the comments along with your feedback for the video, and I will see you for the next video. Bye, guys.